It's 6:30 a.m. and that alarm sound, that sharp digital chirp, has just sliced through the only peace you've had all day. You're lying there, staring at the ceiling, feeling that heavy, familiar dread. It's not that you're lazy, it's that your body, your very DNA, is screaming that something is wrong. You're about to trade the best hours of your natural light for a fluorescent box or a home office that has turned your sanctuary into a surveillance ward. We spend our lives waiting for 5 p.m., waiting for Friday, waiting for retirement, only to realize we've spent our entire existence waiting to finally start living. We need to talk about the industrial ghost. The 9 to 5 wasn't designed for humans. It was designed for coal, steel, and steam. It was built for a world where output meant how many widgets you could punch out before the sun went down. But we aren't widgets. We are biological beings with rhythms, seasons, and a need for silence. We've been forced into a mechanical schedule that treats our focus like a faucet we can just turn on and off. We are experiencing a systemic rejection of the clock. If you feel exhausted even when you haven't done much, I need you to understand that this isn't a personal failure. You aren't unproductive, you are just mismatched. We are trying to run 21st century consciousness on 19th century hardware. The 40-hour workweek is a relic of a factory floor, yet we've dragged it into the digital age, where the phantom itch of a Slack notification follows us into our beds, our dinners, and our dreams. We've lost the boundary between working and being, and it's costing us our souls. The gray noise of the office, the hum of the AC, the forced small talk, the performance of looking busy, is a tax on your spirit. We've been told that busyness is a virtue, but in reality, it's just a distraction from the fact that we have nowhere to go. We've sacrificed our third places and our neighborhoods for the sake of career growth, only to find that the top of the ladder is just another fluorescent room. Let's look at the first layer of this trap, the circadian conflict. Humans are designed to move with the light. We have peaks of deep, creative energy and valleys of necessary, quiet reflection. But the 9 to 5 ignores the valley. It demands a flat line of performance from Monday to Friday. When you force a biological system to be a flat line, it eventually snaps. This is what we call burnout, but that's too clinical a word. It's actually a biological protest. It's your body refusing to be a machine. We've traded our slow life for a hyper reality, where your value is determined by your status icon on a screen. We are missing the weight of the actual world because we are too busy managing the data of our work. The second layer is the digital leash. In the old world, when you left the factory, you were free. But today, the office lives in your pocket. We are the first generation that never truly clocks out. We've been gaslit into thinking that flexibility is a benefit, but often it just means you are on call forever. This is the ultimate efficiency paradox. We have more tools to save time than ever before, yet we have less time to just exist. We've optimized the nothing out of our days. We skip the long lunch, we ignore the walk in the park, and we wonder why we feel like we're vibrating at a frequency that isn't ours. We are starving for the unobserved hour, the time where no one is tracking our deliverables. The third layer is what I call the performance of presence. Because so much of our work is abstract, we feel the need to prove we are working. This is the gray noise of the digital age. We send emails we don't need to send, we attend meetings that could have been a thought, and we stay active on green dots just to signal our compliance. This is a theft of your internal landscape. When you are always performing, you never get to inhabit your own mind. We are living in a state of social indebtedness to our employers, paying back a debt of time that we never actually owed. We've turned the symphony of a human life into a spreadsheet, and spreadsheets don't have a heartbeat. So, how do we break the industrial ghost? It's not about a side hustle or a career pivot. Those are just more ways to stay in the machine. The shift has to be from output to presence. An output model asks, "What did I get done today?" A presence model asks, "How much of today did I actually inhabit?" It's a radical act of digital sobriety to reclaim your mornings. It's choosing the inefficient ritual, the slow coffee, the staring out the window, over the optimized scroll. It's realizing that your time is not a resource to be spent, but a territory to be explored. We have to reclaim the useless minute. This means being okay with not having a take, not having a status update, and not being reachable. We have to de-optimize our value. You aren't a user of your life, you are the inhabitant of it. And an inhabitant doesn't need a KPI to justify their existence. I'm not saying we can all quit our jobs tomorrow. I'm saying we should stop giving them our self. You can give them your labor, but you shouldn't give them your now. The world is much wider than your calendar. It has textures and smells and silences that the 9 to 5 wants you to forget. It wants you to believe that the gray noise is the only sound there is. But you can hear the silence if you listen for it. You can find the territory if you stop looking at the map they gave you. Tonight, before you set that alarm, I want you to do something radical. Don't look at your schedule for tomorrow. Don't check your inbox one last time. Just sit in the dark for 5 minutes and listen to your own breathing. Why does it feel so uncomfortable to just be without a task? Because that's the part of you they haven't been able to monetize yet. Good night.